All right, yo, we're going to document today. It's the last day of this particular class, and we are at Cal State San Marcos because it is a joint doctoral program. We go to Cal State San Marcos and UCSD. So I'm going to document today and let y'all know how the day goes. This is how it goes. I'm here on the weekend, unfortunately, but I look forward to a great day in class. All right, so I'm going to get out the car. Parking cost me $9. $9. And so yeah, let's see how today goes. All right, so I'm leaving the parking lot because I gotta go to the class. They just changed the class building because it was closed on like the weekends. It is a mess where it was before, but so I think I gotta find University Hall. I don't really know this campus like that. So that's the school over there. There, as you can see, little cross street. Cross over. I guess they got some event going on right now. I'm jaywalking. All good. All right, so while I'm walking to class, I'll tell you guys this story. So what's crazy about me coming to school is that I used to bring my college students to this school on college campus tour. And now, lo and behold, I'm at school here at JDP, Joint Doctoral Program. So everything always comes full circle. Everything always comes full circle. Yeah, I was talking to someone last night, and they said, you're either going to pay for your decisions that you made, or you're going to get paid for the decisions that you made. I'll tell you this now. Better to be paid for the decisions that you made instead of having to pay for the decisions that you made. So just something I learned. Combination of decisions led me to being on this campus right now. All right, y'all, found where we're gonna have class at today. University Hall, right there. Dr. Vargas, do you want to be in my documentary? Say hi to the people all over YouTube. It's 1 million people watching you.
Oh, okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Tell them your name.
You are.
That's all you young people. And when you're younger, you get up from your chair with your fresh outfit on, and this is how you showed off your outfit, by coming here and pretending to sharpen your pencil. But you don't know nothing about that. What you know about this? This is golden. This is how you showed off your new outfit. All right, there we go. For all the different learners. Okay, when you come to class, hold on. All right, you want to learn the way to sit on the chair, okay? You're a different learner. Hey, oh, your hair looks so beautiful. You look beautiful. Look at that. No hair.
That was overdue, and yet we had to come to a crisis. Oh, there was a tipping point.
What about our personal in our organizations? And I just was personally
This is so old school. Like, this is like ancient. Like a pencil sharpener. People don't even know what this is. I bet people don't even know how to use this thing anymore. It's a pencil sharpener.
Oh my gosh.
Ah.
It doesn't happen because you got swayed to the world. So the idea is that.
Amanda, what was the name of the registry guys you went to?
Oh, that's impressive.
Stay up there. Stay up there.
Oh my god.
All right, guys. So now we're on lunch. So I'm going to the area. You see that building behind me? That's where we were having classes at this whole quarter. But come to find out we were in the wrong building, which is why that building was always locked. All that to say, I'm on lunch right now. I'm eating by myself because I want to have a little peace and quiet. I think it's time. I think it's good to have some quality time with yourself so you can get to know yourself. I think that's the biggest problem we have in life is that a lot of us don't like to be alone. So we constantly surround ourselves with people, things, etc. So we don't have to deal with us. Deal with the fact that we might not like us. Is that an animal? No, it's not. Yeah, I'm over here at Cal State San Marcos. They might got coyotes all over the place, so you never know. But we're gonna find somewhere to eat, somewhere nice, and just enjoy being by myself. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Ah, beautiful. Enjoy the day. What's going on, everyone? It's me, Sade, Burrell, stand for something. I'm actually on campus right now at Cal State San Marcos, and one of the videos I've been really wanting to do is a video about something that I believe which is quality that all doctoral students or anyone in college, anyone who's trying to accomplish a goal, what they need to have. And a lot of times what happens is people talk about consistency. You gotta be consistent, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Consistent, but there's something that comes before consistency and something that you have to have in order to be consistent in anything. And that is discipline. I read a book called Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willing. Actually, my friend had bought it for me when she found out I was going to a doctoral program. And she said, hey, I want you to read this book. And in the book, he talks about waking up at 4:30 in the morning. Now, when I first heard about 4:30 in the morning, I was like, I'm not waking up at 4:30 in the morning. It's crazy. I went on his Instagram and I noticed that in his Instagram, he actually wakes up at 4:30 all the time. He takes a picture of his watch and then he posts it online, show people he's waking up at 4:30. Sometimes he get up at 3 a.m., 3:30, etc. And so I challenged myself and I told someone, and here's what I want you to do. Be careful about who you share your dreams and your vision with because they might deter you away from your dreams and vision. So I shared with somebody, hey, I'm going to start waking up at 4:30 in the morning so that I can accomplish my goal. And this individual said, you sure you want to do that? You already got so much on your plate. And they kind of, without even knowing that they did this to me, they talked down to me, which caused me to not believe that I should wake up at 4:30. So the next day when I was supposed to wake up at 4:30, I didn't wake up at 4:30. I was so upset with myself that I allowed someone to actually change my plan that I went running for like 6 miles. Mind you, it's almost 100 degrees and I ran 6 miles. That's how upset I was. But instead of being upset and running 6 miles, what I should have done is I should have just got back up and said, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 4:30. All of that to say is be careful who you share your dreams with and your goals with, and also let's get back to the discipline component of it. When it comes to discipline, for me, I said I want to wake up at 4:30. I began waking up at 4:30 because it gave me more time to study, right? So the worst thing you could do is wake up at 4:30, 5:30, 6:30 and have nothing to do. I said I need to study. I don't have time during the day to study, etc. So I'll study from 4:30 until it's time for me to get ready to go to work. Then I realized as I began waking up at 4:30 was too late. And I knew that time was getting ready to change. Fall was here and time was going to fall back, which meant we were going to get an extra hour of sleep. I said, I'm going to start training now for the time change. So I began waking up at 4 a.m. because waking up at 4 a.m. allowed me to have more time. I was done getting dressed by 4:30. I was able to study from 4:30 to about 6:30, which is when it was time for me to leave the house to go to work. That bought me 2 hours of time each week, a day. 2 hours a day. So when you multiply that by 7 days a week, that was additional 14 hours a week, right? As opposed to me only having that other time from 5:30 to 6:30, which is an hour. That was only 7 hours, so I doubled it up. But I had to develop discipline. I read that book, Discipline Equals Freedom, a field manual. And then after that, I began to immediately do it. So I had a goal. And when you talk about discipline and discipline, goals, and consistency, they all go together. You can't have one without the other. You can't have goals and not be consistent. You can't be consistent without discipline, and you can't be disciplined and be consistent and not have a goal. Because what happens is it's easy to stop or to give up when you don't have those things aligned. All three go together. Discipline, goal, and consistency. You want to be consistent so that you can accomplish that goal. You need to be disciplined in order to have that consistency and ultimately to develop that goal. And I think that we skip that. So let's break it down into something that you can actually begin to do when it comes to discipline. Maybe discipline might be not eating a certain amount of food or a certain product, giving up bread or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's food for you. But for me, it was my time. So I had to start waking up earlier. Maybe discipline to you looks like working out, getting up every morning to go for a walk, go for a run, whatever it is. Everyone has different things that they need to be disciplined in, but you need to discipline. Without discipline, it is hard to do anything or accomplish anything. And when you're in school or you're in any type of program or whatever it might be, you have to have discipline. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no way around it. That's why the book that I was referring to is called Discipline Equals Freedom. I like freedom. I like freedom a lot. So because I like freedom, in order for me to constantly have freedom in areas of my life, I have to have a level of discipline. But again, developing that discipline, set a small goal and say, this is what I'm going to do. Now, how do I reach that goal? Every day, okay, I'm waking up at 4 a.m., right? I'm not going to say I just started waking up at 4 a.m. It was hard. But every time I would go back to sleep because I didn't want to wake up at 4 a.m. or 4:30, I felt bad. My whole day was ruined. But when I woke up at 4 o'clock and 4:30, etc., my day was amazing. So sometimes outcome is linked to your level of discipline. We're unhappy because you're not disciplined. You're not disciplined in taking care of you, your goals, your whatever it might be. Discipline equals freedom. And once we begin to develop discipline, it's amazing how far our lives will go. So I hope that you're able to begin to establish some level of discipline so that you can create consistency in your life, so that you can accomplish your goal. Because at the end of the day, we're doing this because we all got goals. That's the reason we do it. I hope that this helps you. Shout out to Kevin E. Gilmore for his sweatshirt. I'm in therapy. And by the way, if you lack discipline, get yourself in some therapy. Get yourself some help. Get yourself some support. Get yourself around people who are going to constantly push you. That's another thing, right? The whole purpose of a therapist is to have someone to talk to and potentially someone to hold you accountable. When it comes to discipline, you need to have someone to hold you accountable. That's why they have this thing called accountability partners. Not accountability, just that. No, accountability partner. And so I think when you have discipline or when you lack discipline, you do need an accountability partner, whether it's your therapist, whether it's a friend who also has goals and dreams and aspirations. It doesn't matter who it is. I just need you to find that person. At the end of the day, I need you to find that person who's going to hold you accountable so that you can develop discipline habits, right? Right? Think about a disciplinary. What exactly is a disciplinary? It's an area of someone who's it's very specific, meaning very disciplinary. Even when we begin to break that word down, it means that you know what you are doing. So how do we know what we're doing? By having a level of discipline. Discipline yourself, discipline your mind, discipline your body, because if you don't learn discipline, they have a whole entire system that will teach you what their version of discipline is. And you don't want that because you got goals and you got things that you need to accomplish. So let's get with it. Let's get it going. We want to make sure that you get the support you need. Get yourself an accountability partner. Get yourself an accountability group if you need to. And once you do those, once you begin to create that level of discipline, it becomes easier over time. Now my body naturally wakes up at 4 a.m. Even if I don't have nothing to do, I'm up at 4 a.m. just finding something to do. Oh, by the way, waking up at 4 a.m., by the time 6:30 comes around, I've done more in 2 hours than most people do in their whole entire day. I start my morning off with a win. And when you have a level of discipline, you get a certain amount of wins. You start to feel good. Nothing feels better than feeling good because you got a small win on your day. It's hard to have an attitude when you just won your morning. It's hard to have an attitude when you know that you have amazing things that are going on in your life and amazing things that you're doing. So I hope that this video helps you. It's me, Sade Burrell. Stand for something. Y'all have a great one. What's going on, everybody? I figured I'll take some time to talk about my program. Getting ready to wind down. First year is getting ready to wind down. I figured I'd talk. I'm getting ready to eat a sandwich too while I'm talking to y'all. So, just enjoy. I'm over here in Cal State San Marcos. Great school. I'm enjoying myself in this program. I think I'm around great people who, their level of thinking is just encouraging. Their level of understanding and being not normal. I know why people go for doctorates and PhD. There's a level of thinking critical thinking that you have to acquire. I'm enjoying the program. It's great so far. That's all I gotta say right now. I love it.
Big stage type person.
But yeah, I found it very useful for teachers. I don't know if I told you that I actually became licensed in Mexico to teach elementary school. I am a committee member only. It is so well done. It is thoroughly researched, well written. There's a little tweak in that I'm going to recommend for the whole structure to fit better. But that's a really minute, recommendation. So we meet 3 Saturdays and 2 Tuesdays. I am thinking that there is no need for you, and I'm going to suggest that, visualizing the structure of your dissertation, you will need a little bit of guidance. It's not easy to do. But when I rely on all of this good advice that I was hearing and try my chapter 1, it was a mess. But when I decided to listen to my own voice, my own way of, seeing and visualizing the thoughts and so forth, it came out well. So, yeah, that's what I really encourage you to do. And you say, I don't know what my voice is. Well, make a few mistakes. It's okay. Try and have people to read your stuff. I have an editor to give me a final read on my, submission, so don't feel bad. And I don't think I will be able to read that. I tell my students, look, don't feel bad. It is bleeding red all over. But that's because I have taken, a lot of time to I took a good course. I actually have a minor in journalism. And one of the courses that I took was editing. Really kind of being detail-oriented. But you know, in our case, we look at the big picture. We look at the topic, the organization, and the flow of the story and so forth. And definitely, I will share with you some good examples of that. So that's where I am. And yeah, it is going to be very hard for me to retire because I tell my own adult children if I were to do it all over again, I would pretty much do it all over again, and with a few changes, minor changes. Yeah, a graduate student a lot, and it was tough. It was bad, you know. At the end, it's really good to look back and see it was hard to write that dissertation. You feel proud that you did. And that is just the beginning, by the way. You need to continue your scholarly work and writing. Yeah. Any last comments for the good of the all?
Hi, 2 million everyone. We just finished class. They were cheering me on and stuff. There's 2 million people watching. You know, just you know, if I predict, I think I got an A. I got an A. Got an A. Oh, second floor. Because I learned that sucker takes you all the way down to the bottom. No, maybe this. Nah. I just. All right, gotta go. Alright guys, so we just finished class. It's my last day of Dr. Vargas' class. He just told us that he is retiring. I'm a little heartbroken because I wanted him to be my chair. I heard great things about him as a chair, so a little heartbroken, but I think everyone deserves the right to retire, especially when you've put in so many different contributions to the academic world. So I hope I have an impact on future scholars the way that some of my professors and people I've met have had an impact on me. It's crazy because last night I was actually with my former child attorney, Jeanette Day, and I was with Catherine Vaughn. It was like a mother figure to me. I was with everybody last night. And then today, you know, I got a chance to see someone who impacted my life as a doctoral student on my journey. So I'm super excited to see what the future becomes, but sad that Dr. Vargas can't chair my dissertation committee. I'm heartbroken because of that. Devastated. But everything works out. You either get paid for the opportunities that you take, or you're gonna pay for the ones that you don't take. The path we take when we actually walk into class. There's my car right on over there. That black one. want to ask you a question. What is some wisdom or advice you would give to new incoming students?
They've been admitted already.
Yeah, they already in.
Oh, no, we gotta come over here.
And I would say find out what is your interest about writing, what topic might interest you. Even if they don't know, it is good to put it in writing. And that should be a good guiding point when they take all the courses. So their efforts on reading and writing kind of converge or focus on that. Eventually, that's what will get you through the program, being able to articulate your writing, your dissertation, and finish it successfully.
Now, what advice would you give to people after they leave the program and they graduate?
Learn some Photoshop skills. You can just
So, depending on where they come from, higher ed, elementary, so forth, I would strongly recommend to keep writing, to do the scholarly work, scholarly writing, and don't be afraid to submit whatever writing you have done for publication. You're gonna get some rejections, we all do, but there's nothing like, growing professionally, along the lines of scholarly work. That is what separates, an individual who has gone through the motions of getting degrees and the one who truly can be called a scholar.
Wow, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Perfect. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate your class. You're full of just so much wisdom, and I'm very sad to hear that you're retiring. But I want to stay in contact with you. I look forward to the impact that you've made just on me within the past year.
Well, that means a lot because that's what I think we should do. Like one of the people that I interviewed for the book that I wrote, I just want to make certain that wherever I live, I make a difference, whatever that may be. Listening, pause, and just listen to people, share your advice, recommend X or Y, so if things work out well. But people will listen to you because you are sincere and genuine and interested in making a change. And that's how change, happens. One person at a time, one little step at a time.
I love it. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Very good.